Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband.
Wife.
That wasn't very excited.
Something might have knocked the energy out of our country.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
No.
Not that. I guess you can't really have your energy knocked out of you. Maybe. I mean, there might be some good ways.
You could get banged, and that would make you tired.
Right. Sure. There's good.
Energy.
Sure. There's good ways, but not this one.
This was not.
No. This is.
You got banged all the wrong way.
This is more like a fuck.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trump won.
Yeah.
And democracy lost.
Yeah. So I got a text. So we you and I, we've always kind of celebrated the civic duty that we uphold, like a voting day, debates.
Yeah.
We always kind of have like a mini little family night or party or whatever that we do, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a friend that knew that and knows, how I sit, and they're liberal too. So, but they texted me and they said, how was your party last night?
Oof.
And I said, well, it started with pizza and ended with the end of democracy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I know that's a little hyperbolic, but
is it though? Is it though?
It is today. Tomorrow, that's a different story. Today, maybe a little bit hyperbolic.
I don't think it is.
I'm just saying, like,
we'll get into it.
Yeah. It hasn't happened yet, is why I'm saying it's hyperbolic.
I'm
not
sorry.
The fact that it
I'm just believing all the words that they said because that they have said the end of democracy.
No, it's
I'm just believing them.
I'm not arguing. It's fucking terrible.
Well, you can't call it not the end of democracy when they're like, here's the book for how we're ending democracy. And me saying they ended democracy is hyperbolic. No.
Well, okay, but I constantly have hope.
Right. And
part of my hope is that we can fight this down.
Okay.
We can win out in the end somehow, some way. We have to step up.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Well, I'm depressed right now.
So anyway, what we're talking about today though is Trump.
Well, not just, but I thought we'd sit in our feelings a little bit and
sure.
Kind of talk about what the headlines are and what people are saying and how they're feeling about it, and just kind of, commiserate a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And maybe come up with some plans.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
All right. All right. Well, husband said that was a very morose opening. So I want to acknowledge that, and I don't apologize for it, but
I'm not saying we don't have reasons to be depressed right now.
Yeah.
Like, we definitely do.
Yeah.
This is not
okay.
Where I wanted our country to be.
Right.
This is not where I wanted to be. This is not what I wanted to be discussing today.
Right.
I wanted to be celebrating today.
Sure.
But we aren't.
I know.
And here we are. So,
well, I received an article today from The Atlantic that was called "Why the Past 10 Years of American Life Have Been Uniquely Stupid." And it's a really great article. The subtitle is "It's Not Just a Phase." It's actually from like 3 years ago.
okay.
And I did take some notes on it, which if we have time, I'll get into it. But if not, highly recommend. It's a really long read, but very, very good. Kind of how did we get here?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Sure.
Some of the other titles of The Atlantic that are trending right now. Number one is Trump won. Now what? The United States is about to become a different kind of country. And then number two is democracy is not over. Americans who care about democracy have every right to feel appalled and frightened, but then they have work to do.
Which is kind of where I stand.
Yeah.
You know.
And then number three is the night they hadn't prepared for. As the evening wore on, the news got worse, and the guest of honor never showed.
I was never really convinced that we were going to win this election.
No,
I kept it to myself mostly.
You didn't. You told me about it.
Well, but I mean, I didn't.
You didn't say it.
I didn't tell it to everybody. I didn't say it to everybody. But I mean, there was never. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the Republicans have put in the work.
Yeah.
You know, they have, and I'm not. That's not a. I don't want to congratulate them because I think them putting in the work was one of the most terrible things they could have done to our country.
Insidious.
Yeah.
Long-term, insidious, backhanded, sneaky, nasty cheating.
It's propaganda and lying and brainwashing and lots of just not good shit for our country.
Yeah, and it's not like they just did this overnight. They've been doing it since the Reagan era, you know, just biding their time. They
definitely have stepped it up since Trump lost.
Well, yeah.
So
they stepped it up the second that Trump won the first time and realized, oh, here's a thing.
Right.
Because Trump gave everybody permission to say all the things out loud.
But they've been working on the base. They've specifically been working on, you know, the bases that they didn't have, like the Hispanic vote and the black vote and the different aspects that they weren't able to get as strongly the last time. And they've been basically harvesting men.
Yeah.
From both cultures.
Yeah. From all cultures,
From all
really.
cultures.
Yeah.
And
all the men.
They've been convincing them that Trump is the right choice for man.
Yeah.
And it's really sickening to me. Like
I'm like, this dude wears a goddamn diaper. Come on. Come on. You know, one of the things Joe Rogan did say about him?
Yeah.
It was a 3-hour interview. He was 3 hours late to his next rally because he was at the Joe Rogan thing.
Yeah.
The hour beforehand that he was there, Joe Rogan offered, hey, do you need to take a pee break real quick before we go into this? Didn't take one.
Yeah.
Stuck around after, never took one after. So dude literally just probably peed in his diaper the whole time because he was there for like 3, 4, 5 hours, never took a pee break. Not once.
Did Joe Rogan take a pee break?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Because he's like, this is going to be a long one. I'm going to take a pee break. Highly recommend. Do it if you want to.
Got it.
Now's the time because we're about to go on air.
Sure. Okay.
Never took a pee break. 5 hours.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm just saying.
No, to me, there's nothing manly about Trump.
Right.
It's a show. It's a put on. It's not
even a good show.
Right. No, I agree.
That's what I'm like. It's not even, how stupid are you that you look at that and like, wow, you're fooled so easily? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a show. He's putting on a show. And moreover, the people that want to vote for him, they help project that image out there too. Right? It's not just Trump projecting that image. It's him and his allies and his base and everybody. I mean, you've seen the images with him like looking like Rambo and shit, right? I mean, there's just crazy fucking images of him.
They want to believe that he's this way.
Yeah, and not like Mulder in a good way.
Right. No, it's true. It's just so weird. Well, I thought I would name some other headlines that have come in since.
Sure.
Just so that we kind of have an idea what's going on out there.
Okay.
So the New York Times has a column called The Opinions, and David French wrote something called "It's Time to Admit America Has Changed." I'm like, yeah, actually. Then USA Today says Trump reclaims White House. And then What a Day, which is a podcast put together by Crooked Media,
yeah,
who they do the podcast Pod Save America.
Sure.
Anyway, What a Day has a piece called Trump Declares Victory. NPR Politics, Donald Trump poised to win election. Reuters, Trump's comeback. I said comeback, but I meant comeback. NPR up first, Trump wins White House congressional race results. And then we've got Trumpism is not a fad from Matter of Opinion, which is another piece from the New York Times. And here we go again from the Daily Zeitgeist. Emergency morning post-election briefing from the Midas Touch.
Mm-hmm.
Trump's return to the White House is a bonus episode from NPR's Up First. And I really appreciated this one. This is called Impromptu, which is from the Washington Post. It's an opinion piece called "This is Bigger Than Any One Mistake Harris Made."
Yes.
And I appreciate that title because it's true.
Yeah. I don't know that we have a lot of we're not going to be sharing a lot of new information, right? This is we all know who listens to our podcast.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
And most of our base does not like Trump, and that includes us. We're not fans of Trump. And this is, in our opinion, terrible for our country.
Yeah.
And really the world. I mean, the part that really gets me is how this is all going to shake out with regard to the war in Ukraine and our NATO allies from there because of what Russia might do to Ukraine.
Right.
And Israel and Palestine. And I mean, and then Russia. Russia will be invited to just infiltrate our country even further because there is people like to say that Trump didn't have any wars during his time, but that's because he just let people do whatever the fuck they wanted. He didn't stop people.
He allowed the wars to start that started.
Right.
And kind of kept back out of the way when people were doing things that they shouldn't have been doing.
Well, yeah. So he's not a good watchdog for the world.
No.
And that's what the United States has traditionally been at some level. And I'm not saying that's a good thing.
Right. I was going to say, whether for good or for bad, that's the position that they put themselves in.
Right.
And he was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Took us completely out of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For 4 years, he took us completely out of that. And we had to reclaim some of that space after he left office the first time.
Yeah.
And what happens when we cede that, when there's that void, right? Mm-hmm. Other countries try to fill it. Well, and those other countries are going to be Russia and China. Mm-hmm. The countries we don't want to be more influential across the globe.
Right.
And that's what happened when he was president. And that's the part that people don't understand because they don't care enough to understand.
That's just the global scale. That's not even talking about the shit that happened at home.
Right. Charlottesville and shit.
Racism towards anybody that wasn't white.
Yeah. And
Asian hate went up. Muslim hate went up.
All hate went up.
All hate went up.
And at a personal level, I could never fucking leave the news cycle.
Right.
It was miserable. It was fucking miserable.
Yeah.
And I was so happy the day that Biden got elected. Mm-hmm. Right.
He wasn't my choice, but he was better than Trump.
I literally took probably a 6-month hiatus from listening to any news podcast. Yes. Because I was I had to decompress.
You had to cleanse your palate for a minute.
It was terrible. I was so stressed out from Trump because it was just a constant barrage of what kind of fucked up shit did he do this week?
Right.
Just constantly.
Right.
And now we are in a situation, and I know, we're assuming, we're making assumptions based on what has been said to us, but we're in a situation where it's probably going to be worse than the last time.
Yeah.
Right?
It can't not be.
He's coming in with the knowledge of how to do this and how to do the things he wants to do. And
a blue book from the people that
the Heritage Foundation, basically. Yeah. But
the Project 2025.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. That's not a good, I mean, it's all looking not great.
Yeah.
At best.
Well, I know we're all thinking some of the same things. I thought I would read what some of my friends have been saying on Facebook so that we all have an idea of how each of us is collectively not alone. So that, our feelings are all out there together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to bring us down, but to be like, yeah, I felt that. Or, oh, I hadn't even thought of that. Just
Sure.
kind of thought process.
Right.
So one of my friends said, I was naively optimistic in 2016. I'm nauseously optimistic today. Good luck, friends, women, the world, do the thing, please. And then afterwards, she said, I think I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. Good night, y'all. Hang in there.
Yeah.
And then another of my friends said, I promise I'll get back to whimsical posts about fish and small reptiles soon. But for tonight, my anger at and disappointment with my fellow Americans is pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. Yeah. And then she went on to say, if you voted for Trump, you are no friend of mine, nor of people I care about. And I feel that anger very much.
Yep.
And it's true. It's true.
No, yeah, I agree.
She also said, just so we're clear, not everyone survived the first term.
It's true.
And that's fair.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
Just to interject real quick, no, never mind. I lost my thread there. So go ahead and keep
I'm
going.
sorry.
No. I was thinking of something that as you were saying something else and I completely forgot what I was going to say. So
all right.
My bad.
Well, another one of my friends said, there is one particular way that neo-Nazis are actually worse than the original. Neo-Nazis have full knowledge of the horrors that the Nazis brought and still choose that ideology anyway. They have no excuse of ignorance. They deliberately and actively choose bigotry and hatred. I have no truck with bigots. There are some videos going on about OPSEC now, and they are correct. I am already quite public and on record as a loudmouth. There is nothing to be gained by me going silent now. This means that I am a security risk to some of you, and I acknowledge that. And I hope that you will act accordingly for your own safety. And I was like, holy shit.
Do what now? There
are some videos going on about OPSEC.
Okay.
Now. Operation Security.
Those are the ones that are anti-Semitic, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've heard that there's been a rise of anti-Semitic hate crimes and stuff going on right now.
And that's what this friend of mine has always been very vocal. And so he's like, my name's already out there. So if you need to, not be associated with me, I fucking get it.
Right.
But yeah, so that's a thing to kind of.
So I do remember what I was going to say. So there is one good thing that came out of this, and that's all the people that were sure that Trump was going to lose because the deep state or the Democrats were going to fix the election.
Yeah,
were proven wrong, I guess.
But
no. This is very little and of no solace, right?
It's no solace because they won't acknowledge that.
Exactly, they won't acknowledge that they were wrong.
Yeah,
and they won't acknowledge why they were wrong.
Right,
and they won't see it as anything other than they were able to put that many more votes in, and that's why they were able to win.
So many people love Trump that they could even win on top of all of our cheating. That's what they'll think.
Yeah.
There's this meme that I've seen going around that I particularly love. At the top is a quote, "Don't let politics ruin your relationships." And then underneath that, it says, "It's funny how this is almost always said by the same people who voted against your rights. I don't feel comfortable around you. The person that you voted for is homophobic, racist, and hates women. And none of that was a deal breaker for you. It is personal. We have a difference in morals, and I do feel differently about you. You cannot tell someone you love them and then try to take their rights away."
I agree.
Yeah. And that made me really think about my relationship with my parents who, voted the way they voted. And it again, they're like the one exception to the rule, and is that okay? And so that's something I chew on all the time, just to put it out there that I am that little bit of a hypocrite right there. So
we've talked about this before.
I know.
It's, they know where we stand.
Mm-hmm.
We know where they stand. Right. And I don't know, the only option is to get along and have a relationship with your parents who aren't terrible to us or our kids. Right.
They merely voted to take away our rights.
Actually, they're pretty great to our right. But on a personal level, they're pretty great to our kids, right?
Yes.
So the options are either agree to disagree and don't talk about politics when we're together, which is what we do now, or completely disown them and never talk to them again.
No, I know. I'm just saying that I recognize why somebody would have a problem with me not cutting off my parents. It's not something I'm doing right now. I have in the past, but it's not where I'm at right now in my life. And I understand why somebody would have a problem with that. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Somebody else put, yesterday's events are a tough pill to swallow. It's okay to not be okay right now. Take time for you. Prioritize your mental health. If you need help, please reach out. A lot of folks are going through a lot of feelings right now. If you have the capacity, reach out to your friends and chosen family. And then this one has been going around a lot, the LGBTQ plus suicide prevention resources. And it's a whole list of numbers. And I will make sure to share that so that we can.
We do a really bad job of putting the stuff we say we're going to put in the show notes. But yes, I need to put that in there for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And then another friend posted, when faced with a dinner choice between a ham sandwich platter from a nice, respectable deli and tertiary syphilis, I both cannot believe that tertiary syphilis was actually on the menu and that half the country chose it. God damn it.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that sums it up right there, I think.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends wrote, for all those who, quote, didn't bother to vote or have some elaborate justification about how Harris wasn't, quote, enough in some way, all that is required for evil to succeed is for good people to do nothing. You made a choice too.
Yep.
And I'm right there. Yeah, I believe that firmly.
Yep.
And then somebody else was passing around another set of phone numbers for help. These are hotlines that don't call the police. And they are the Call Black Line, Trans Lifeline, Wildflower Alliance Peer Support Line, Strong Hearts Native Helpline, Thrive Lifeline, and the LGBT National Help Center.
Got it.
I mean, these are things that are on people's minds right now. How scared everyone is that these phone numbers are being passed around just in case you might need this.
Right.
Here, know that this is there. And I just felt like it was really important to say that everybody's scared, but also everybody who's scared is trying to help each other.
Right.
And that's what I'm taking out of this.
Yeah.
Another thing that was posted, it's the same one. Again, I'm tired of the don't let politics ruin your relationship. It's not the same. It's different. So I will go ahead and read it, but it's very similar. We have people literally cheering on Nazi ideology. You have family and friends that are literally having to have real conversations in their households about escape plans from this country if the worst happens. So sorry, not sorry. It is time to ruin some fucking relationships over this shit. Sometimes lines in the sand have to be drawn in which you say no further. And it is past time that we stopped legitimizing bigotry and hate as just another opinion. Stop rewarding bad behavior because that just normalizes it. If you vote against basic human rights of other people and for their oppression, no, you can't damn well keep being my friend or part of my family. So that was part of the don't let politics ruin your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or ruin your relationships.
Sure.
Yeah. I've been saying that one for ages, though.
Yeah. So did you have more headlines or was that?
These are not headlines. These are.
Did you have more Facebook posts?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay. Well, when you get done, let me know because I've got something I kind of want to cover too.
Okay.
And then I didn't know how many more you had to go. So.
I didn't count. I don't know. I was just kind of floating through them.
Got it.
I tried to pick ones that I felt like were either helpful or that like summed up our feelings. You know what I mean? This person said, Perhaps some dark days must simply be dark, and we must be in that darkness. Maybe we need to let people have their hopelessness today. Let them have their doom. Do not scold. Give them no stirring platitudes nor poetry of resistance. Just let people sit and ruminate however they must on the hard, mad road ahead. And that's something that Chuck Wendig, who's a great author, had posted. And it kind of made me think about our discussion last night when I was crying and I was mad and I was going off, and you were like, but channel that anger and we have to make a plan. And I was like, I'm not there right now.
Right.
And I'm sharing that with everybody so that not to like air our dirty laundry that we were in an argument over it, but to let people know that it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be like, yeah, but let's make a plan and move forward. And that there are different ways to feel about this. Scared, you know?
Sure. No, I think I had already dealt with the fact that I thought we were probably going to lose.
Yeah. So you had already had those emotions, and I had not processed them yet.
Right.
So we were like at different stages.
Yeah.
And you were like, come on, let's.
I was at the anger stage.
Yeah. And I wasn't there yet. And it takes me I walk a different path, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's part again of why I wanted to do this, because there are different people are feeling different things, and all of them are okay.
Sure.
And I just feel like it's really important to acknowledge that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Somebody else said, I don't know who, probably women in relationship with men, needs to hear this, but stop for a moment and consider your partner's actions in the last 24 hours. If your partner didn't hold you, if your partner didn't give you 1 second to grieve today with his full emotional support, if your partner didn't make it plain that he's got your back, if your partner didn't pick up the slack for you while it hurt to even breathe, they're coming for no-fault divorce and you don't have time to dither. I'm glad that you're laughing. It's funny, but it's also not funny. It's fucking 100% true.
I honestly, in this culture, in this day and age, I could not imagine being married to somebody of a different political persuasion.
Right.
And I know it exists. We talk to people that are fans of our podcast all the time.
Yeah.
That are maybe different political persuasions, but definitely different religious persuasion.
Yeah.
Like atheist versus Christian, right? Mm-hmm. So, and either one of those situations, I couldn't imagine.
Right.
Right? Like those are such a large part of your life. And if you aren't, if both people are on board and know that it's different and they've worked it out somehow, that's one thing.
Right.
But if it's just like two different things and there's no coming together on it at all.
Right.
That's what I can't understand. Like, how does that work? Because it feels like one of you has to just pretend to not be who you are.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's not, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Like I started to say that's weird. I don't know if that's the right word for it, because it's just not something I can imagine.
I feel like it's abusive, right? Because
right.
if you are the person that is causing your partner to not be able to be who they are, mm-hmm. for any reason.
Yeah.
Right? Then you are mentally abusing that partner.
You are holding them emotionally
right.
Prisoner.
Because essentially what you're telling them is that I don't accept this aspect of you. I don't accept this portion of who you are. And not only don't I accept it, we can't talk about it and you can't be that around me.
Right. And then it's usually the man holding that position and the woman saying, it's easier to just not fight about it. So I just don't bring it up. I just, swallow my own feelings and not fight about it because I don't want to make the man mad.
But part of the reason we lost this election is because people didn't want to fight about it.
Right. Exactly.
Like
exactly.
that's part of why we lost is because just whatever, we'll just do whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah.
And we capitulated our way into fucking Trump again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we forgot in 4 years how fucking terrible it was.
Yeah.
When Trump was in power the last time. And I don't understand that.
I don't either.
Like we came out in such huge numbers last time.
Mm-hmm.
And we voted against him and yes, we voted against him, right?
Right.
But we voted against him because he was so terrible.
We plugged our nose and voted for whoever the fucking Democrats put up because we had to vote against Trump.
And I'm not saying Biden didn't do some good things. He did. Right?
And I'm not trying
to say that. I'm saying but the sentiment during the last election, generally speaking, was we voted against Trump, mm-hmm. not for Biden necessarily.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can't believe we forgot in such a short period of time. And you know what? Some of it was younger people who didn't really have a sense of what that meant, or maybe they don't even really have a sense. These again, it's a younger male crowd that doesn't really have a sense as to what freedoms they even have,
right,
and what they're giving up,
right,
or what they are giving up for other people.
Yeah.
So,
and what I wonder is young girls who are.
Oh, I saw a terrible interview of a college girl who voted for Trump, and they asked her why, and she said, because he wasn't going to outlaw abortion.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
are you fucking kidding me?
Well, because he said it. Yeah,
but
right. But
neither is Kamala, you dummy.
You and I have talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Who in our relationship has granted more authority in the conversation? Not between you and me.
No, but 100%.
In general, in public, right?
Yeah, 100% you. Yeah.
Because I'm male. Because I'm white. Because I'm
tall.
Because I'm tall. Sure. Whatever.
You're a tall white man. Sure. Right. Yep.
That same sense of authority is being granted to Trump.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not.
No, it's true.
He's a male. Kamala is a black female.
Mm-hmm.
And she is not respected by certain groups of people, mostly white America.
Which just kills me because she was so amazing, Oh,
I agree.
Like, I disagree with her on a lot of her policies. Like,
sure.
Fracking.
But disagreeing and downright...
voting against is just what?
Well, yeah. But we more than disagree with Trump. It's not a disagreement.
Right.
It is a clawing back. Like, we're trying to just keep our country intact with him.
Yeah.
It's not even about a disagreement. It's just like, please don't tear our country apart.
Right. And the fact that he doesn't care if so many people die. He just doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. And from what I understand, he kind of finds glee in it even.
Yeah.
Ugh. So somebody else, actually Chuck Wendig, had posted, stares into the void and tries not to barf. And then how are we having to do this again? Which is how we feel.
Right. Yeah.
My best friend's brother wrote something very strong that I love him for, particularly because he has walked a long path. He was Republican when I first knew him, and is now a staunch progressive Democrat, feminist, just all the way.
Yeah.
Like, just watching him grow over the years from one extreme to the other has been amazing. And he wrote, for the few remaining conservatives on my friend list, when you find out that we were right about everything and your life becomes harder, less free, more expensive, and people you claim to care about start getting hurt, just remember, we fucking told you so. You just elected the most intrusive big government possible, and you will eventually be hurt by it too. Thing is, you just willingly gave up something we'll almost certainly never get back. And for what? Blind loyalty to a reality TV star? Not liking things that don't affect you in the slightest, so much that you're okay to just toss out everything we once stood for, as well as a functional government? You'll see. You'll realize your mistake. Only now that it's too late, I hope you enjoy the police state you've just given total license to. So, very unkindly, fuck yourself with a flaming cactus directly in your rectum. And I was just like,
it.
Yes.
That actually is a great lead-in for me to cover what I was going to go over.
Yeah, go ahead.
If that's all right.
Yeah.
So, when we started talking about this episode, I wanted to cover something slightly different, but it might have required a little bit more research. But I'm just going to cover some highlights of what I wanted to cover.
Okay.
And that was how the MAGA crowd is similar in aspect to Christianity. And so there are definite mergings of how they are implemented, what the structure is, and how it all kind of comes together. Mm-hmm. So basically what he was saying, we deify Trump as a leader. He's basically a living God to the MAGA crowd, right?
Which is so weird.
It really is. I don't understand it. I can't wrap my brain around it. but it is very similar to the same sentiment that people have for Jesus and God.
Yeah, and
right?
they've compared him to that.
Oh,
which is so fucking weird.
Yeah, no, it's there's images, there's all kind of shit that are very Christian based, and he has no Christianity in him at all.
No,
like in fact, I went and looked one time to try to find quotes on the Bible and Christianity from Trump. There's basically none.
No.
He only says it when he has to, and he says something like a prayer, like he says, "Let's all pray for blah 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 blah."
Right.
But he doesn't have anything to do. He doesn't know the first thing about Christianity.
No, we all knew that when somebody was asking on his favorite verse or his favorite part of the Bible or his favorite.
Right.
Do you prefer the Old or New Testament even?
Yeah. He doesn't have a single thing that he knows about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, they deify this person the same way they do, the Christian gods, right? Or any god that anybody has that's a deity. There's a very strong sense of identity in this group, right? They identify very heavily with the crowd that they're a part of. They've got the MAGA hats, they've got the Trump shirts, they've got all that. And, the Christians have their crosses and their Bibles and their whatever. It's and there's very much a sense of it's us versus them. There's the outsiders and there's us, right? And they take that to the nth degree. Yeah. And that's part of why there's so much hate involved in. And look, when I'm saying Christianity, I know that there are groups of Christians who are not hateful. I know that there are groups of Christians who are not part of the MAGA train. So I'm mostly talking about the right-wing Christian nationalist groups, the evangelical Christians, etc. Right. So yeah, the evangelicals and the right-wing Christians are the ones that I'm kind of mostly getting at here. It's not about all Christians necessarily, but that strong, sense of us versus them in certain cultures of Christianity, and definitely in the MAGA is what I'm referring to there. And there is the sense of like the morality based around them all too, right? MAGA is very much tied into the whole Christian idea of morality with regard to how they treat, trans rights and the abortion, rights and just different aspects that are tied directly into that whole Christian realm as well. Like it's the same ideas. It gives everybody a sense of moral superiority. Yeah. It has nothing. They don't really care about abortion. They don't really care about trans rights, but it gives them something to hate and something to be right about. Yeah. Right.
I said smug. You said right. And it comes to the same.
It does. And there's enough talking points for most basic human beings out there to go out and yell at most people about abortion and sound somewhat correct. Right.
Sure.
They aren't correct. They're absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
But they have enough ammo to make it sound like they know what they're talking about. Right. And that's all that really matters, because most people don't actually do the research to find out what is correct, what isn't correct. And if you say enough words, people are just like, okay, fine. That's the just giving in. Right. They just throw so much shit at you. You just give in. Yeah. And that's part of this whole. And it's the same way with Christianity. You get indoctrinated into that. You get bullied into the MAGA crowd. Right. Like you just kind of get beat down until you're part of it, I guess. I'm assuming that's how it works. I don't really fucking know. Right. I can't imagine being in that crowd and being okay with the viewpoints that they have. So, but that, like the demonization of outsiders, right? Like Christians don't necessarily like even sometimes other Christians. Right. Like some Christians aren't Christian enough. Right. Right. But, and again, it's that us versus them mentality. It's just all across the board with both of these groups. And, they both are part of, like, they talk about tradition a lot. They go on about how the the Make America Great Again.
Yeah,
right?
I was just going to say
it used to be great back when exactly? Right. And Christianity, we need to go back to our root values, our family values. Yeah. And, so these things are very similar too.
Back when women knew their place, Black people knew their place, people of color in general knew their place. And back when children were seen and not heard, and we could beat them.
Right.
And back when we could make the kids work in the mines if we wanted to, because they're my kid. They belong to me.
Right. And it brings it all back to, like, there's basically just this resistance to change in both groups that epitomizes the ideals of both of these groups. So, like,
well, they have this ignorant romanticizing of the past as though it was this perfect time period and had nothing wrong with it.
Right. Yeah. And when you are resistant to change, you can say everything back here was great, and all the stuff that's happening now we hate. And what sells better than anything else? Hate.
Of course.
Hate sells. Hate is easy to pitch. Mm-hmm. Hate is the easiest scapegoat you can give to a person.
Hate is where the clicks are, baby.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's the easiest way to bring someone on board with you, because if you tell them that you lost your job because of this person over here, and you can hate that person, you just made a friend.
Yeah.
If you can tell this person that they are morally superior to that person over there because they don't believe in this and those people believe in that, then you just made a friend, right? Like you bring people on by saying it's okay to hate these people and feel better than them.
Right.
Right. Don't worry about thinking it through. Don't worry about, like figuring out what the facts are or anything like that. Just it feels good to hate them, right? Yeah. So come on over here with us.
Right.
And that's the gist of it, right?
Sure.
The gist of it is that most of what MAGA is the same thing that Christianity is. It's in some sense, the whole concept of how people get brought on board and how they're allowed to have viewpoints that are harmful to other people through this culture that indoctrinates people into it.
Right.
And that was all I really wanted to get at. I just wanted to point it out because I think I live with the idea that these two things are basically the same thing, but they're not, because the people that are MAGA, I would never consider calling them a good Christian.
No.
Right?
No.
Like, I know good Christian is a misnomer, right? But there are people who are hateful who most people would call a quote unquote good Christian, because they're demure, they're quiet, they hate in the background, right? It's two different crowds, but it's the same end result.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I had to say it.
No.
Because it's been eating at me with regard to how this all breaks down.
And it breaks down to two groups that overlap because they are basically the same kind of cult and they complement each other.
Exactly.
I did want to say something else that one of my friends posted.
Please.
And the reason that I want to say it is a reminder that our friends of color are not safe,
Yeah.
One of my friends wrote, sending love to teachers and anyone trying to help scared children understand and feel safe. The last time Trump won, a boy laughed and told my daughter that Trump was going to deport her. I'd imagine things will be so much worse this time. Her daughter's Asian. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. There were some other things that were posted. Apparently there's a college where a bunch of Black students received texts that told them that they needed to pack and be ready to be picked up by a van that was going to carry them to a cotton field where they needed to get ready to go to work in the fields.
The normalization of hate was one of the biggest characteristics of Trump's last term.
These were things that just happened, though.
Right.
So,
but that's where these things became more okay after Trump took office the first time, and they're going to continue to get worse as he takes office again. Yeah. So, unfortunately.
Just a reminder, take care of your friends of color, take care of your friends who don't identify as straight, take care of all your friends, check in on them, be a good ally. Yeah. Make sure everybody's okay.
I know we've been talking a lot about different things here, but one of the other things that I tried to talk to you about last night, but the conversation got better as we got into today and kind of we're back and forthing about things. But
yeah, this really wasn't very well put together because
no, it wasn't. This is more stream of thought.
Yeah, but I don't feel guilty for that. This is not an apology. This is, I think, we're stream of thoughting what everybody is kind of thinking.
Yeah,
So,
we're still working through this ourselves.
yeah.
But to me, I think one of the most important things about what we have to do from here, it's no longer okay to just be silent.
Right.
You know, I think that we have to stand up for what is right and what is, and speak out against what is wrong.
Yeah.
And that means especially when we perceive, when we see things, like even just in the most nuanced of conversations, right? Like, don't let things slide.
Yeah.
Don't, like, the MAGA crowd does not let things slide.
Right.
They will speak up to you in a heartbeat and tell you that you're wrong and this is the way it is and this is what you should think. And why do we accept that that's the way things are? Why do we accept that we aren't allowed to say it back?
Toward that end, when I talk about my parents all the time and how my relationship with them, like how it eats at me and I don't know how to reconcile things.
Yeah.
My dad was over and over again mispronouncing Kamala's name.
Yeah.
And every time he did, he would say it Kamala, and I would say Kamala.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't being rude. I was just like, Kamala.
Right.
And then, like, the third time, my mom was like, Mike.
Yeah.
Like, say it right,
No, and that's the little things that make a small difference, right?
And that's what I was saying. Like, it doesn't have to be controversial. It doesn't have to be like you raising your fist or being mean. It doesn't have to be a harsh tone of voice. It can be something as small as when somebody mispronounces somebody's name in front of you,
right?
Just politely, and don't like say it like, you asshole. Just be like, your tone of voice can be like, oh, I don't know that you know this, but their name is actually pronounced blah, blah.
Right.
And then say it again, blah, blah. And then say it again, blah, blah, till they get the point that, hey, motherfucker, as often as you mispronounce it right in front of me, I am politely and I will keep pretending like you that you're not doing it on purpose. Just like I'm not doing it on purpose. What?
Yeah.
Blink, 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 blink.
Yep.
So that's just a really small way. Before the show, we were talking with our Discord live friends, and I think husband has committed to, he's going to start wearing an ally pin at work around all of his, fun people that carry guns and stuff. So I don't know how we feel about that. It was just kind of said, and maybe we need to follow up on that. But
speaking of which, I shared this with you, but the conversation that was had as we were leaving work the night of the election by a couple of the people that were there was that they were going to bring guns to work the next day because they were worried about what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I think Ohio is a conceal and carry state.
Well,
and there's no specific laws. There's no specific rules at our work, I don't think, against carrying a gun necessarily. But Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're just going to, apparently just civil war is just going to erupt tomorrow if you don't get your way? Is that what's going to happen? Like, who are you going to go shoot, dude?
Yeah.
Like, what is going to happen? I don't really understand what's going to...
The guy with the ally pin, that's who.
No, I know. Right. But I was talking to one of the people that I was able to, like, I've got their ear on certain things, right? Mm-hmm. And so we talked about this, and I said, what do they think that, like, the liberals have guns? Because we don't.
Generally.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't.
I mean, Kamala's got to, I know,
Jesus.
Look, no, when somebody says it, like, I have to on purpose, like, make a correction. That's not me not knowing how to pronounce her name. That's me working through because, I'm an idiot. So anyway, Kamala said, like, somebody breaks into my house, I'll shoot them.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're going to get shot.
Right. But I mean, let's be honest. There's a lot more people on the right that have way more guns than generally on the left.
Absolutely.
That's basically how it breaks down across the country.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was just flabbergasted. I'm like, I can't believe you guys are literally talking about bringing guns to work for some perceived, like, I don't understand what they think is going to happen.
Right.
It's not that who are they fighting? Who are we fighting? Like, I don't understand who they're fighting.
Right.
Who are you fighting? They think they're fighting somebody.
Yeah.
Like, literally, viscerally I think they feel like they're fighting somebody.
They do, is the thing.
And I don't know who it is.
Well, they don't know
And I don't think they can, tell me who it is. So I don't understand what the fuck is going through their brain.
I don't know.
I can't wrap my head around it.
I know that you and I got into a little heated argument over it because I was like, are they allowed to do that? And are you allowed to just carry guns around? And are you going to report them? We need to call the police. Like, I was freaking out because I was like, oh my God, you can't be there with all those guns. Like, what the fuck? You're going to get shot. What the fuck?
I'm not going to get shot.
Okay. But
no one was going to get shot.
Okay.
But
listen to me. That's as ridiculous as my freak out.
It's not, but I mean,
it is.
Okay. All right. I don't want to get into a fight over it, but
right.
I don't think it was that ridiculous to say that no one's going to get shot. These are people who are not going to do that and risk their job for what are they going to? Again, I'm going to come back to the question: what the fuck were they going to do? Who are they going to go shoot?
I don't know.
There's nobody to go shoot. That's the thing.
Right, but just having guns on the premises makes a place unsafe.
I don't disagree with that sentiment.
That's all I was saying.
But I don't think they're going to come out of their office and just start unloading on people because they didn't get their way on the election night. They're waiting for some perceived incident that they think is going to happen.
Right, but they're also waiting for instructions
from who?
From some Trumpy boss guy to say, again, this is what we're doing.
Those instructions would say to go shoot who?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, even at I just don't understand. I don't understand who they think they're going to tell these people to go shoot. Who they think they're going to go shoot. It makes literally no sense to me. I don't get it.
Right. Well, I did not feel okay with you going to work to be around that because I'm like, that's scary and bad and dumb.
I wasn't worried about it.
I know you weren't.
At the same time, it is really weird.
But you are a cis white man, so
I agree.
If somebody like our kid walked in with their,
I wouldn't really even be worried for them.
Really?
Really?
With their they/them pins and their very very clearly queer outfits.
It's more about the bravado that they're pushing for. It's more about the alpha maleness of bringing the gun than anything else. It has nothing, in my opinion, based on the people I'm dealing with. And I'm not saying this applies across the board. Obviously, these things go too far sometimes. Mm-hmm. But generally speaking, the Republican MAGA people who are bringing their gun to work the day after the election in order to protect themselves from something perceived that's going to happen, they don't have a clue what they're angry about. They don't know who they're fighting against. They don't actually understand what is going on. And the gun thing is more about this alpha male behavior than it is about actually doing anything with the gun.
I think it would have been funny if you would have just stood up and been like, just out of curiosity, who is it y'all are trying to shoot at? Right.
Well, I almost got to that point, but it was right at the end of the night as we were all leaving, and it kind of just fizzled out as we were walking out the door. And I didn't have that opportunity. But if they had brought guns the next day, and I knew about it or something, I would have definitely said something because I was actually curious. I'm like, why? What is this?
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't understand it.
I don't either. But they scared. Those people scared as fuck. And Fox News got them scared of everything and everybody.
Now, not to counter that idea, but we're pretty scared ourselves.
Yes, we are. But we can name who we're scared of.
So can they. The immigrants. I'm just saying, they don't actually know these people. They don't know how to find them. They don't know where they are. They don't know how it's happening. But they can name it. They can say, because Fox has told them. Right-wing news pundits have told them it's the immigrants, it's the Antifa, it's the whatever. It's all these people that they don't actually know who they are, but those are the ones that they're going to say.
So we're just scared of all the white men with guns. I mean,
we're scared of what is going to happen politically to people that we care about.
Yeah,
we're scared about the sentiment in this country. We're scared about things that are more about the direction of our country as opposed to scared of someone in particular, other than, we're scared of what Trump will allow to happen.
Right.
It's not really, yes, it is about what Trump will do, but it's probably more so about what he won't do.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I don't know. We have anything else to cover, or we run our gamut of bitching about this election?
I think we ran it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this maybe wasn't our best episode.
I don't feel better.
But I don't think anybody's going to feel better.
No.
That's going to take a few, probably 4 at least years.
4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Hoping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I think at the end of it, what we're trying to say is we're going to keep showing up. We're going to keep doing our thing. We hope that y'all will keep coming back, and hopefully we'll get through this together. There
is something we had possibly discussed, and I don't want to promise that we're going to do this, but I think that, given our platform, something we would like to do is occasionally kind of recap what Trump is doing with regard to, not supporting, separation of church and state, not supporting secular ideas, and kind of holding his feet to the fire with regard to what we can in our small slice of the world too.
Sure.
And we might do some occasional episodes with regard to those things.
Yeah.
Just to keep him accountable publicly.
Yeah.
And do our small part.
Yeah.
So, all right. I think we're going to go ahead and sign off there. This was a very terrible last couple of days for us, because
for all of us, not just me and you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what I meant, but I didn't say it right. And we haven't got our weekly Q&A yet done, or our Q&A done yet. So we still don't have the weekly recap out, which we will be doing.
Yeah.
Probably sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So those will be coming out shortly, and we will be back soon.
Yes.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.